First thing we always say here in the Living Realm Network is divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. And that's what we believe. We believe divine powers, supernatural powers are always working for us because we're trying to do the right thing here in our lives. Thank you. Okay. So the title of this video was very intriguing to some, I assume. Why most people spend majority of their lives unhappy. I have the answer to that. I know exactly what the answer is to that. Me in my life, I play the role as like the middleman. Like I'm like a catalyst. I'm like the person who keeps things together. You know, I'm like the person who's in the middle, who get to hear from both different hear from all different sides. You know, and come to a conclusion to take the message back to either side and tell both sides what to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm the guy who gets to see all the good stuff and I get to see all the bad stuff and make a conclusion as to where I should lead people in order to get to the right destination and whatnot, based on their life and their journey and their purpose. So that's why I'm able to understand why most people spend most of their lives unhappy. So the truth is, most people spend most of their lives unhappy because, first thing first, they think that their life is worthless. They think that their life is pointless. Most of these people fall into like a systematic, routine, habitual way of living, and they do it over and over and over and over and over again to the point that it becomes so a part of who they are as a person that it becomes ingrained in their lifestyle. Like they do the same things over and over ever since they was a teenager, or not even a teenager, ever since they were young adults. They did the same things over and over and over again because somebody told them that's how they should be. Somebody instilled in them that is how they should live life because these people have the notion that life is so serious, you know, or these people are afraid. These people are fearful. You know, they fear being down and out like a bum on the streets would be, or they fear not having anything to show for themselves because, you know, always having something is what makes them feel like a valuable person, you know, rather than what's on the inside of who they are as a person. You understand what I'm saying? So the majority of the people that are unhappy are the people who try so very hard to make the outer shell of who they are as a person look good, but they don't spend any time working on the inside. You know, so these people go through life doing that. They go through life making sure that they have stability. Of course, everyone should have these things now. Everyone should be, you know, in tune with their money, their obligations, you know, paying their bills, making sure that they are in the right you know, standing with their family members and all this and so forth. However, but I'm explaining to you a certain type of people, unhappy people who spend majority of their lives unhappy because, like I said, they just want to make sure that they are seen by other people as people who got it all together, rather than people who don't have it together. You know, they fear being seen down and out. They fear being seen as somebody who's striving to do something better, because whenever you make yourself appear as you're a person that's trying to do something better, they feel that people will look at them as people who don't have it together right now. See, some people really just fear people seeing them as not having everything together right now. Believe it or not, it's the truth, because you got all different type of people in the whole wide world, and everybody has different mentalities, you know. But the majority who are unhappy are people who do not cultivate themselves from the inside first, you know. So they spend their life in this routine manner, and they're doing the same thing over and over and over again. Painting the same picture over and over and over again. In hopes that people will see them as somebody who is established, somebody who's rich, somebody who has all the fancy things, the money, somebody who just looks really, really good, but they forget about, the inside. It starts from the inside out, though. That's the real way to live. That's the real way to be if you want to be a happy person. Like, it starts with you working on the inside first and then working on the outside, like your outer shell, the outer things that you do, financially, relationship wise, family wise, you know, uh, even when it comes down to this type of stuff you wear, like that, the inside has a lot to do with the type of stuff that you want to display for people to see you as. If you don't know yourself, and if you don't know yourself, and you get like in this habitual habit of, wearing certain stuff that people only want to approve, that you think people want to approve you of, you're gonna be unhappy at the end of the day. It's just real. It's reality. It's for instance, like you got students who go to college right now who are in college simply because their parents forced them to go to college. Their parents put pressure on them. At college, and once again, college is not wrong, but look at the reasons why we're doing some of these things, and look at the end results. These kids are in college studying something that they might like to do. It might be interesting at the time. The little routines of college might be fun, exciting, new. The little sororities, fraternities, all the stuff that they never really experienced before back at home. And everything is just so fantastic and fun at the moment. You got a lot of friends, and you're able to go to the club and here and there. You got parties, frat parties, whatever you want to call it. And then when it comes down to you graduating and you getting out of school, and you going into the actual workforce and you living the other life on the other side, and then it becomes like, okay, yeah, big money, we making money, da da da, this and that. I went to school for this, I got a degree in this. Everyone looks at me, gives me all these big thumbs up because I'm doing so good because I'm a college student. But time goes on and time goes on and time goes on, and you hit the glass window and you're like, hold on, I don't really like even doing this. But then you find yourself stuck in a situation of having to do it. Now you're trapped. Now you have to do it. It's like, okay, and then you're really miserable. You can't find the one you want to be with. Can't find nobody to marry because you're too busy, focused on the job that you're in that you don't love. You're doing something that somebody else instilled into you to do, to be. It's not really who you are. Then you start learning about all this new stuff about cultivating, like what you're watching right now. If you are that person, hope you're not that person. I don't want to sound offensive, but yeah, they get into this thing where it's like they started learning really the real stuff about life and what life really means. Life is not about college. Life is not about a job. Life is not about money. Life is not about making it big, being successful. Life is not about none of that stuff. Life is not about having the most friends. Life is not about looking the best. When you really get to the point in your life where you start to see that happiness is a lot more than what your outer shell shows, you really start to understand, man, I should have worked from the inside out. You feel me? Me personally, I work from the inside out. As time goes on, my life gets greater and greater and greater, slowly but surely, because when you work from inside out, that's harder to do than making a facade on the outside. Making everything seem great on the outside. It's a little bit more difficult to do because this on the inside is more. It's just more difficult to manage. It's not like reading a book and studying for a test and then go, remember everything that you study for and pass the test. Like the inside of who you are as a person is way more sophisticated than any book or computer could ever be. So when you get down into the thing, into learning yourself, it makes you a better person. It makes you understand what life is really about. And then you'll be better off than a lot of people who are gonna always be unhappy because you took the time out to actually work on yourself all these years in your life. And then when you get to the point where you find yourself, you find your purpose, then when you find your purpose, you're extremely happy and you just love what you do, and you're making money off what you love to do, and it's not like money that you are forcing yourself to make. You understand? And that's how you want to live life. You don't want to be like the majority of people who are going to spend their whole lives unhappy because they want to make people see them as somebody who got it all together, when really when you talk to them, you sit down and have a conversation with them, they can't tell you who they are. They don't know where they want to go. They don't know what they're doing here. They don't know anything spiritual. They don't know nothing about nothing that is really that really they need to know about. You understand what I'm saying? Like the stuff that you really need to know about. No, they don't know nothing about that type of stuff. Like you can't really sit down and have a deep conversation with them because they have no clue of who their personality really truly is deep down on the inside. It hurts. Like it's so bad. Like it's so disruptional, if that is a word. It is so bad like that. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get you guys to understand how it's more important to go on the inside and cultivate yourself and learn who you are as a human being first, personally. As a personality, learn who you are as a personality. Yeah, you're going to be going against the ways of the world. Everything will seem like you're going against the grain when you're learning yourself, because the world outside of us is not designed to reinforce you learning about yourself. Everything completely goes against you trying to take the time out to come to self-realization, because everything is moving so fast. It make you want to keep up with it. Like the world around you on the outside always makes you want to feel like you have to keep up with it. Therefore, it takes away your time and your daily routine. It makes you want to feel like, you know what, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to pray. I don't have time to think for myself. Only thing I should have time for to do is it make you feel like, okay, watch TV, look at what somebody else is doing with their life, and be judgmental to what somebody else is doing on their life. Copy somebody else and what they doing in their life and apply it to my life. Don't worry about who I am, but look and see what other people are doing. Copy them. Go to the same places everybody else goes. Wear the same jewelry she's wearing. Wear the same pocketbook she's wearing. Get the same haircut that he's wearing, because I never really have time, or the world makes me feel like I don't have time to sit down and analyze and get to know myself. So we don't want to be unhappy. We want to be happy. So it starts with cultivating, and that's what we're here on the Living Room Network doing. Thank you so much for watching. Why so many people spend most of their lives unhappy. Hey, it's sad, but it's the truth. It's a sad truth. There are many people all over the world, and this is a select few who are going to always be unhappy. Now, I said all that to say, I want to make sure that you don't fall into that category, okay? All right, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'm trying to send us new videos. It ain't even every day now. It's like every time I feel like it. And when I feel like it, it's like more than one video a day. Anyway, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Please speak up, comment, let your voice be known. We cultivating, we're hand in hand, and we rolling. Divine power is always working for you because you're trying to do right. Thank you.